Hello YouTube, welcome to tonight's one shot. So let's get rolling. So it is Sowert 13th, 436 AM. You all are members or hired mercenaries of the Black Dragon Syndicate. This night, you have all been summoned to the Dragonscale Mead Hall in the city of Oriafield, where your syndicate contact has reached out for your expertise. Upon arrival, you all are handed a mug of mead and taken to the private lounge labeled the Black Dragon Den, where you see two individuals, each dressed in finery befitting a noble. These ones here. Let's see if it actually show you. Did that show it to you? And this one right here. Each dressed in finery befitting a noble. Their pale skin betrays their more undead nature. But you see upon their cloaks is an insignia of a black dragon made of pure black stone. When you sit down at the table, they begin to talk. "Greetings. My name is Vittoria," says the female, "and this here is my partner, Felipe. We are the Dragonscale Meadery's founding patrons. And who might you be?" Let me... Okay. Okay. They'll be like, "Nice to meet you, Owen. And you?" They'll be like, "Okay. And how about you?" You don't have to if you don't want to. They'll be like, they'll be like, the patron of your lovely branch of the Dragonscale Meadery has informed us that you are the best suited for the job at hand. Lady Blackscale has been commissioned for a job from the Syndicate. They are former contacts that we have not done business with in a while, but they have paid a very, very, very hefty down payment. And we're looking to fulfill their needs. So we would like this contract for them handled swiftly and smoothly. Upon completion, your payment will be upwards of 100,000 gold pieces each. That is quite a sum. That is how important this contract is to the individuals who have hired us. I wouldn't say it's that dangerous. I have been told that this individual you'll be dealing with this evening once won many bouts in the gladiatorial arenas. No, that's not the local arena. I'm not sure if you know him. They did not actually give me a name. We have a individual who will be standing in for our drug runner, who will identify the target for you and confirm his identity. And then it is your job to apprehend him alive. It has to be alive, or no payment. They were very... He can be harmed. They just need him alive and stable so that he can make the journey that they are going on. They would. The least amount of bodily harm, the better, but they said whatever means necessary, so long as he doesn't die and won't die swiftly without aid. So, are you guys interested in the job? Yeah. Okay. They'll be like, okay, of course. So here's the details. Your job is to ambush the target after the drug runner has confirmed their identity. He is to be captured alive. All rewards are forfeit should he die. Upon collection and apprehension of the individual, you are to take him to the docks, where a ship called the Aeon's Reach will collect him and deliver him where he is going. Your only job is to get him there alive. After he boards the ship, it's no longer your job, and you may return here with the requisite papers from the ship's captain for payment. The Tournament of Grumsh is a month away, so the docks are full of heavy foot traffic right in the evenings of people coming ashore. Use this to your advantage while getting him there. Your target is also buying Blight's Ichor from our drug runner. A highly addictive drug. It can provide mental protection, but in addicts, it can also cause exhaustion and vulnerability to mental attacks. So keep that in mind. It may be easier or harder to deal with him depending on this drug. I have also been, as I said earlier, I've also been told that this individual had one time fought in the gladiatorial pits. And absolutely, positively, he must arrive alive. Unconscious, however you deem it, but alive. I don't believe so. They did not mention anyone else. If you guys fail this evening, there will be other individuals looking for him. You will be notified when the drug runner has made contact with him. Yes, I need to. I have the drug runner on another page real quick. Let me grab it. Yes. Here, let me. I hate that it does that every time you switch pages. Okay. Paste. Yeah, there you go. So, this is the local drug dealer for the city. She travels around the city. She is going to be your mode of contact. A little while after you guys accept the mission and are getting details, she'll actually come in and join you guys at the table. She'll be like, "Greetings." So are you the individuals taking my #1 client into custody? Well, it'll be sad to see him go, but I definitely will be making a lot more money off this than I have ever off of him. He's been in town for a few years. He's a very heavy addict. He likes his vices. But from what I've heard, he can put up a fight. He is a spellcaster, from what I've been told. But yeah. She'll take out a thing and slide 3 of them across to you. He'll be like, "These are magical earpieces. I'll be wearing one, and they're all paired together. So when I make contact, I will let you all know through here. I have a back alley den that I use for deals. And he's expected tonight around midnight. He always comes alone." There's usually some individuals that come looking for him, usually a couple hours after or the next day, from what people tell me. So he usually travels alone. I get the feeling that he gives them the slip and doesn't tell them where he's going. He likes his solitude. He likes to not be around people. But that's just what I've picked up from selling to him. So, yeah. What were you saying? You are taking them to the docks, and you're putting them on a boat known as the Aeon's Reach. I don't know. Yes. But your guys' guild leader does come in partway through. It's this gentleman here. Yep, he runs the meadery here, the Dragon's Guild meadery, and he's also the guild leader for this branch of the syndicate. He greets the two sitting at the head of the table, and says hello to all of you. And he's like, "You guys already down to business?" Here, let me post the name in. There you go. Okay, and they'll be like, "Well, seems you're all well equipped for this. I'll see you before sunup, hopefully." Who? Did you? It just dawned on you? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so you guys head to the alleyway. I'll drop you guys on the map. Go ahead and drop yourselves up at the top somewhere. Yep, somewhere along the top. You'll see, if you do it in the top 2 rows, you should be fine. Because I have line of sight set up. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring you over here. Well, you don't have dark vision, do you? Nope, you don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very true. She brings you guys to this area. She's like, just beyond is my little den, where I work. There's a center courtyard piece that ruined walls and a little altar in the middle. That's where I will be. You guys find yourself a place to hide around. He usually comes from the south. Yes. She'll kind of give you a little tour around. There should be some spots of light where you can see. Oh, hold on. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. I was gonna... Yeah. So there is light some places. No, this one here in the center. I want to see what you can kind of see. Yeah, the center there. She'll be like, I can light a few more torches if you need it. It just tends to make people a little uneasy when there's more light. Mm-hmm. She is going to meet with the client. When the deal is done, she will tell you that this is the individual. Yep. She's getting paid, confirming his identity, that this is the right person that you guys are supposed to capture, and then you're capturing them. She'll be like, is that enough light for you guys? I could probably place one more in one more place for you if you would prefer. Yes. Okay. Cool. So, she will not put a torch up inside the central courtyard, though, as she tells you. About where you are here, sir? Okay. You guys are slowly drawn in towards time of arrival. Okay. Sounds good. The one right here? Yeah, that's her. She's kind of just doing a quick little scout of the area herself. Yeah, it's getting pretty close because you guys spent the time. Oh, oops. You guys spent the time with her setting up a couple torches for your guys' vision and learning the little area because you guys didn't meet till the evening, and then you had to come here and prepare. So, she'll do pass around. You'll then hear her in your earpieces go like, so the way this usually goes down is I'm here first. He shows up. He buys the drugs. I leave. And he sometimes hangs around. He sometimes leaves. I'm not sure what he's going to do this time. But, that's usually how... Well, have you ever seen someone... Have you ever seen someone on Black Ichor? Black Ichor is one of those double-edged swords. If you have the wherewithal to resist its addictive effects, it can give you incredible mental protection. It fortifies your mind. But if you are, if you're not, then it can make your psyche very fragile. Very easy to deal with. If you understand my meaning. Oh, it's Blight Ichor, sorry. Blight Ichor. So, in game mechanics for you guys, if you manage to resist the effects, you get advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks. It has psychedelic properties. A dose of it, you can gain advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks. Checks. And it makes your mind very pliable. And when you do take a dose of it, there's a possibility of getting poisoned and or suffering the effects of a confusion spell. No, she's explaining to you, yeah. This is like the top level, like, illegal drug, like one of the tops, pretty much. Okay. Okay, so she's going to come and set herself up on the edge over here and start waiting. Everyone who is hiding, I need you to roll a stealth. Owen, you already rolled. Okay, make that check. It's a perception check, isn't it? But you also need a stealth check. Yeah. No, you definitely see Owen. Ready? Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, so not too long after you guys get yourself set up and have finished your conversation, you hear Kitty, you hear a couple steps and bumping of like debris and stuff coming down the alleyway to the south of you. So, the gentleman that you see walking out of the alleyway looks like this. Very, very slender, gaunt, pale skin, pale hair. He looks very sunken and hollow, almost undeadish. Oh, that's why it's not working. And he slowly creeps through, kind of like keep an eye. Your weapon of warning does alert you to his presence. What does the weapon say? Okay. Yeah. Okay. um, yeah. You definitely get the sense of danger when he approaches. I think they're telepathic, so you don't have to whisper. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Those, like, magic earbuds. Yeah. Yep. It would be your mental, whatever your mental is. Do you have an accent in your brain? So that's it. You were born British, but you grew up Cajun. Okay, so he walks along and... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'll get him back here. Okay, he comes in and you all saw what he looked like, right? Okay. Okay. He walks up and goes, did you manage to get a shipment in? And she'll be like, I did. He's like, normal price? She's like, there's been a 50% increase due to supply. And he'll be like, okay. And you see him take out a bag. The bag looks like it's probably like several thousand gold. And he hands it over to her. And she'll then take out a pouch that probably looks like it could hold like 12 vials. 12 like healing potion vials. And she opens it up and shows it to him. Closes it. And they each put a hand on the other as they do it, and they both release. And she's like, good doing business. And then she zips off, and you all hear, that's him, in your head, as she dips out. He went to the south one. Owen, you see him, like, kind of like hands are kind of shaky. And he then immediately heads over to this corner over here and kind of like sits himself down. And he takes out a vial. He has set himself up in a way that he's behind stuff so that he's kind of hiding what he's doing, but he is looking out over the area. Because there's like a little bundle over here, and then the broken down like awning here. He's kind of like and he begins to pull out a vial, Owen. And you watch as he takes a swig. Okay. Oh, it didn't. Hold on, let me fix that. I gotta reload this page. Oh, yeah, no. He totally failed. I didn't want to give away anything. Yeah. So he is poisoned. Let me mark that. And, would you like to roll me a d10? Yeah, I'm not over. Seven. I just need to know what he's doing right at this moment. He just kind of stands there, confused. He... Okay. Let's just roll initiative for this part. I caught him. Okay. She did not give you a name, but you know her. You know that she's, you know her. We're waiting on a roll from... Nice. Okay. Okay. There we go. You guys are good to go. Why are your guys' names so weird on the tracker? Oh, I see what's going on. Sorry, I'm... Sorry, I'm... It's really bothering me that your tokens' names on the initiative tracker are not your guys' names, so I'm just fixing it real quick. I know, that's why it's bothering me. There you go. Because, like, one of you was right, the others were not. I was like, I need to fix this, sorry. Okay. On the initiative? Oh, really? That's weird. I thought... Okay. Yeah, that's something new, I think, because I used to play on here and I could see all the initiatives that were on the token layer. If they rolled initiative and were on the token layer, you could see them. Okay. Akiti, you're first. Yeah. You get to act first at this moment. Okay, go ahead and roll stuff. It's a stool being rattled. roll your stuff. Okay. Okay. Owen. You're up next. You're fine. Okay. From beefs? Okay. Okay. Beef. Here go. You want to do that? Okay. When you're about right there, you'll hear him go, "Brother, just go home." He'll be like, let me roll real quick. I gotta roll something. He'll be like, "Brutus, is that you?" He's like, "Then leave me alone. Go away." Someone roll me a d10. Six. You watch as he just kind of like all of a sudden kind of like gets like a look in his eyes and he just kind of like zones out. He just kind of like, he gets a look in his eyes and he just kind of zones out. He doesn't react. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop there. Akiti, what are you doing? Okay, Owen. Oh, you got something? Sorry, I thought you were. Okay. Okay. Uh, he looks very confused. Okay. Okay. Owen, now your turn. Okay. Well, you got first. Okay, Beef. Back to you. Back to you, Beef. Uh, he kind of mumbles something, and he'll let you stumble him like 5 feet. Am I? Any better? Does this seem like it is? Does this seem like this is much better? Okay, cool. I replugged my mic into another port. Okay. 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 So yeah, so he lets you stumble him like 5 feet, and he's mumbling under his breath about his brother. Okay. Um. His turn. I need someone to roll a d10. Yes. I 7. Okay. So, your beef, you're gently helping, like, walk him away when all of a sudden you just kind of feel him shift and you hear a growl as he attacks you. You did. You did. So this just comes out of the blue. So he'll attack and then you get to go. So a 23 to hit you? Okay, 15 acid damage as he sinks his teeth into your arm. Okay. Then your turn, your action, your held action, Akiti. Yes, you would. What? Okay, so a 15? No? Okay. It forces me to reroll. Okay. 16? Okay. So he tries to bite you as he just kind of goes feral. Sounds good. Cool. Okay. Akiti, your reaction? What weapon are you using? Are you throwing it? Because he's like 20 feet away from you. Not with a reaction. Because your reaction, you said, was to attack, right? So you can attack right now because he turned aggressive. Because that was your trigger. If you don't want to do it, then you don't have to. And it'll be your turn next. If you're made of glass, yes. If you were made of glass, yes, it would kill you. No, he's not. You got the reference? Basically. Yeah. When you guys murdered like 100 people of glass petrified people. Okay. Okay. Like, he can be injured, you can't kill him. Okay. Yeah. So you're beaming him with basically a giant hacky sack of metal balls. hit him with your ball sack. What's your... But you're not proficient in it, so... what's your dexterity? Yes. Okay. Roll a d20 and add 4. That will hit him. Roll a d6. Okay. That weapon does not get sneak attack. Yes, but it has to be a... Yes. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's now Akidi's turn. Okay. Make a new stealth check. Cool. Does it say a ranged attack won't reveal your location? Well, that's still pretty cool, though. What weapon are you attacking with? Okay. Yeah, that thing. No, that'll miss. I guess you do have advantage. Mm-hmm. That one will hit. He's fine. There we go. Okay. Owen, here we go. Okay. 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 Hold on, let me see something. Owen, when you moved within range, you take 1 point of damage. It's necrotic. Okay, beef. Yes, yes it does. Oh, and at this point, I need you to also make a con save at the start of your turn. Sorry. Just beef. It's a effect that he has started to radiate. Okay, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're fine. What kind of save? Yeah, that'll hit. Okay. Okay, it is his turn. Oh, what is he gonna do? Yeah. You said 5. You're fine. What would be his reaction? What would be his reaction? He is going to turn into a cloud of gas. He kind of like swirls his arms, and you watch as he just kind of like turns into this blackish red mist. And then he floats this way like 10 feet. Yeah, you can. $21, that'll hit him. Is that 21? Okay, your astral self-arm hits. Your Iqua does not. Okay. Akita. Or Akita. Sorry. My brain. He's moving away, yeah. Stun. Con save, of course. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Does it tell you it does? Mm. 'Cause he was going. Yeah. Where? Oh, okay. Okay. Kita, it's your turn. Kitty. Kitty, yeah. Fine. That'll hit. And you have advantage as well, because he's stunned. He's... I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was saying he's looking really bad. His spell wears off when you beam him. He reappears. If you're hitting him with the hilt, you're doing bludgeoning. You're gonna cut him? Okay. So his speed's reduced by 10. Until your turn? Okay. Cool. Y'all done? Owen. Oh, God. That'll miss. Oh, but that's advantage. That will hit. All hit. Except for the very first one. Okay. You clock him several times, just like boom, 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 and you watch as he goes from being stunned to collapsing to the ground. Yeah. You tie him. You watch as Owen actually like ties the knot with his body, and then he pulls the rope through in the. And yeah, no, you managed to bind up his hands. You actually you gag him as well, and okay. He. That makes sense. Do a medicine check. Someone do a medicine check. Okay. So are you gonna carry him through the city over your shoulder? Throw a cloak over him, make him walk with you? He's bound. Okay. Okay. Um, Let me roll a. Yeah, I'm trying to see if he's in his right mind right at this moment. He's still kind of delirious, and he's like, fine, bro. Like you hear him mumble through his thing. He's like, fine, bro, save me all. Yeah. So you guys escort him to the city of the dock. Uh, Surprisingly, at this time of night, the dock is actually very busy. There's many ships showing up and people disembarking, going off to find places to stay for the evening. You see a lot of people. Yes, you were given the information, and you see a ship off in the distance that is labeled the Aeon's Reach. Um, yeah, the gentleman that you're escorting, he is very like woozy and like still like he's still suffering the effects of the drug he was taking earlier. Uh, he looks. He kind of gave off an undead like look, probably because he's been so drugged out lately. He's very gaunt, malnourished. Um, yes. You take him to the ship. Okay, you been walking up, and you see a couple gentlemen sitting near the gangway. Notice you, stand up and walk towards you. You're like, can we help you? They just said do it at bring it to the ship. They'll be like, you'll see he'll reach down. Okay. They'll kind of look at him, and one of them will give out a whistle. And a minute later, you'll see a gentleman will crest over the side of the ship and goes, "What is it, man?" They'll be like, "They say they have a delivery for us." The captain will be like, "Ah." And you'll see him immediately come down the gangplank and walk up to you guys. Goes like, you guys did manage to collect it. And he'll walk up, and you'll see he'll flop the hood back so he can see, and he'll kind of like grab his face and like kind of like inspect his face. He'll be like, yeah. He'll be like, roughed him up a little bit, I see, but he does seem to be breathing. Go, Gavin. He's like, let me take him aboard the ship. I'll get the paperwork. I'll have my ship's doctor inspect him, and we will double check to make sure that this is the gentleman we're looking for. And you may wait here, and I'll return with your papers. Well, if you don't mind waiting, I'll go get the doctor then. And if my patron decides he wants to come off the ship, then he will. But well, that's obviously my patron's. I'll see what he says. You wait here. No, Gavin. Go get ready for bed. So he walks back up onto the ship and is gone for about, like, I'd say 5-10 minutes. And then he comes back with two other gentlemen. One of them kind of like leading the pack. He's an elven figure, dark brown hair, and you see him step down and walk up and be like, "Huh. He does appear to be the right one. Doctor, will you check him out, make sure he'll survive the journey?" And the other man will come up and he'll kind of just basically kind of give him a full inspection. And it's like, he's a little roughed up, but I think they managed to not do any lasting damage. Nothing a little magic won't fix. And the captain will be like, "Okay, sounds like that's a job well done." And he'll hand you he'll flip out a leather letter tube, and he'll hand it over to you. Be like, here's your confirmation. It's basically a contract that says job has been completed. Yep. It is stamped. No. This would be the patron stamp. Yep. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Give me just a sec. I have an actual image of it. Let me find it. Ooh, where did you go? The doctor will take the gentleman and begin walking him up onto the ship, along with the captain, as the other gentleman stands there and goes like, "Thank you all for your hard work." And then for those of you, that is the symbol stamped on the letter. Yeah. So he'll bow his head and be like, "Pleasure doing business with you." And he'll turn and walk up to the ship. The two guards down below will gather up their things and move up onto the ship and pull the gangplank up, and they will immediately set sail. Like, no waiting. And yeah, so you guys, yeah, that was pretty easy. Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, so you guys, watch the ship set sail, and you guys assume you guys head back to the meadery. Okay. Go. So yeah, no, you're fine. Oh, let me drop you guys back on the map. There we go. So you guys return to the meadery, where all of them you basically are greeted the same way and led back into the Black Dragon Den room, where you see both Vittoria and Felipe talking with the guildmaster and the drug dealer. And they see you walk in and be like, how did it go? And she'll be like, you mean sticky? They'll be like, did you get your papers? Okay. She'll take them and she will thumb through them and be like, "Yep, completed to satisfaction." And she'll slip the papers into a pouch, and she'll then take out 3 bags and toss them over to you. They are bags of holding. Be like, "Your payments are inside." Are you inverting it? Reach in and... more gold pours out of that bag than you've probably ever seen in your entire life. Like, your body in the bowl shape can't contain it. You think that bag of holding was packed to the brim. It is when your clients pay well. Okay. There was a lot of gold that actually cascaded out and onto the floor too as well, but yes. Yeah. But yeah, no. So you guys made absolute bank abducting a druggie. Oh no. Oh, sorry. Okay. You'll watch as Vittoria and Vito will stand up and be like, "And pardon us, but we must be on our way. We have another job that needs overseeing in the Holy Empire. Uh, we bid you adieu." The drug dealer will reach down and pull out probably about like 300 gold and toss it on the table and goes like, "You guys can divvy that up between you. That was the bonus pay. That was some of the bonus I got from him last night or tonight, charging him extra." I figured I would make it a little more expensive so that he was a little more tempted to use it right away for you guys. You just handed him over to an unknown entity that paid like hundreds of thousands of gold for him. Like like yeah, no, you guys just like abducted a confused druggie and handed him over to somebody for who knows whatever reason. Yeah. I know. I love it. And I set you up to do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, very, 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 yeah. I love that you guys didn't ask questions either. It makes it even better. You just get the little hints. You just get the little hints, and you don't know anything else. I love it. Yep. So, okay. uh, that's gonna wrap up our session tonight, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.